Hello everyone and welcome on the Papier de Rêve channel. I'm Ursula and today I will be painting with you a bouquet of flowers, but with a twist. I'm allowed to paint just one layer for this painting. So for this week's video I wanted to challenge myself to paint something with just one layer and see what happens. I'm often painting a 3-layer for my watercolor painting, just because I like to start with something really blurry and add details after. But today I want to try just one layer and see what I can achieve with this one layer only. And I want to do that just because I think it's good to challenge yourself sometimes in your practice of any medium. It could be a gouache, it could be watercolor like here, it could be oil, it could be acrylic or even sculpture. It's nice to challenge yourself a little bit and change the way you are doing things in order to discover some new way of painting or new way of a creative habits. And in this case particularly, I want to make this challenge in order to find some different way to loosen up, to be a little bit more expressive with my brush strokes and my usage of colors. And I've chosen for this video to not speed up the process because one layer it's just 10 to 15 minutes tops. So it seems nice to have the real-time process so that you can see all my brush work and everything. I'm starting this painting by adding the first flowers that are the most colorful in this bouquet of flower. My subject is right in front of me, so I just have to look at it and then paint it, and that's it. My strategy here for this one layer painting is to start with few elements and add a little bit around them step by step in order to maybe give some time in some area to dry a little bit so that the color won't bleed too much in a wetter area. I can take also the opportunity in this painting to experiment a little bit. In this bouquet of flower I have 2 carnations, and these carnations are pink, but a little bit a weird pink because there is some green into it also. So it was the right subject to try to infuse some green in the petal of the carnation, and I think it looks really good. It muddy a little bit the pink, but overall it looks a little bit more natural that way. As I have just one layer for this painting, I will not be able to add too much details, so I have to find some way for you to understand what flower I'm painting today. And the carnation are a good example. The petals are really crumpled, and I have to show that to you. And also the bud of the flower is really specific, and I have to show you that also for you to understand really well that is a carnation in this painting. And there is also a rose in this painting, and for the rose I will focus my work a little bit on the curly petals and the base of the flower that are a little bit greener and with some the stem is really particular, and so I want to paint that for you to understand the best this painting. So I have the challenge to make you understand what I'm painting with just one layer, with just 10-15 minutes of work, and I've also chosen to work mostly with a flat brush, and that's just because I wanted to have some more opportunities to make interesting brush strokes. And I think that flat brushes are really a good tool to change your way of doing things. I really like to paint with round brush, but I think that with some flat brush strokes on your paper, you can add a lot more intention, a lot more dynamism into a painting. And you can have a really big variety of brush strokes with a flat brush. You can just use it without any pressure at all and making fine lines with it. But you can also use the body of hair and cover big shapes of colors with it. For once, I will not let this layer dry, but I will talk you through my supplies. For the brushes, I'm using a Princeton Neptune number 8 and a Princeton Neptune 1/2 inch flat. For the colors, I'm using Indanthrene blue, nickel as a yellow, and rose madder lake. And my paper today is from Arches in cold pressed, but the weight is a little bit bigger than usual. It's the 640 GSM. It was really interesting to see all the area with different drying time in this painting. If an area is really wet, it will take a little bit more time to dry, but if I use not so much water, it will have time to almost dry before I come back with another color in this area. So I can have a little bit of details. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit, but I can add some details in some area where there is not so much water. And even in the areas that are a little bit more wet, I can see the color fuse and diffusing in other area, and that's really a nice thing to see. It's really soft. It makes really soft edges that way, and it adds a lot of poetism in the painting and a lot of softness. There is one thing I'm really focused to do. If I'm adding some particular brush strokes in some area, I will try to find another area to paint that same brush strokes so that there is a repetition in the painting that will help have a unity in this painting. I do the same with the color. If I have an area where there is yellow into it, I want to find another area with a little bit of yellow. Just because I want the color to speak between themselves and make something happening, make your eyes go from an area to another. It helps really with the unity of the piece. So now I will let you watch my work a little bit more. I will put some music so that you can enjoy it in a little bit of calm. And I will talk you a little bit at the end of this video. So my painting is almost finished right now, and I like it a lot. I pay attention at the end to have some darker tone in this painting, so that I can have some light, middle and dark hue. It adds a lot of variety in the painting, a lot of interest, and it will also help to guide your eyes through the painting. It was a really fun challenge to make, and I really want you to try to make the same, because it will help you to loosen up. It's a nice challenge to do sometimes, to help you just see things a little bit different than you normally paint. And this video is now ending. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like it. Please check the blog post for more information about it, and tell me what you think in the comment. See you soon.